If I had changed my ways 10 years ago, I would have saved thousands of hours of time. I wish I had those hours back. If you haven't used these ways yet, you can save thousands of hours over the next 10 years. Hi, and welcome. I'm Dino, and this channel is for musicians, artists, and creative professionals of all levels who want to learn how to work better, maximize their creativity, and stay inspired. If you like the video, please subscribe, like, and comment. Then click the notification bell to keep updated on new videos. For the free PDF tutorial of this video, please click the link in the video description below. Today, I'll show you 3 great ways to use templates to boost your productivity and creativity. We've all been there. You have a creative spark, you want to capture something cool and creative, but you have to configure your DAW session first. And by the time you're done with all the virtual instruments, folders, tracks, groups, etc., the night is over and you're exhausted. Your initial creative spark never got a chance to go anywhere. You can avoid this. After endless lost hours, I got smart and looked into templates, eventually creating my own from scratch. We're talking about DAW session/project templates. Your DAW usually comes with useful templates, which you can customize, use as is, or create your own. These enable a faster workflow, letting you get to work quickly without getting bogged down in session creation while you still have your creative spark burning. We'll talk about 2 ways or methods, what's better for you, and then the main benefits from both. We'll review way 1, customize your DAW's included templates. I use Cubase. Most DAWs come with their own template presets. Please check how to access these in your DAW. Then we'll review way 2, which is to create them from scratch, what I do. Then you can apply what I show you to your DAW and decide which is better for you. Both are great examples of how not to kill your creative idea and lose endless hours configuring sessions. Then finally, for way number 3, we'll learn how to use templates to help manage your studio workflow as a studio owner or manager with our special guest, post-sound mixing wizard, Brian Stroner. Okay, so let's start with way number 1, customizing your DAW's existing templates. Way 1 starts with a simple 4-step process. Number 1, open a DAW template preset. Number 2, save as a new session/project. 3, customize it, have fun. And 4, save it as a new template. That's it. And whenever you need to create a new session, it's a 2-step process that takes less than 2 minutes. Number 1, open your custom DAW template. 2, save it as a new session. Done. Here's what I do in Cubase. Step 1, open a template preset. Go to File, New Project, or press Ctrl-N in Windows. Here you see the project assistant with template categories on top. Click each one to see its templates. There are 4 categories: recording, scoring, production, mastering. The More category is where your custom templates will appear. There are multiple templates in each section. Their names are listed followed by a 1-line description. Click one of these templates that matches your project. I'm going to open the classic rock production, a very basic template. Highlight and click Create. Cubase will ask you to select a folder. Create one or use an existing folder. Then double-click the folder and click Select Folder. I created a Test 1 folder in my Cubase Sessions directory already. A whole new session will open with the template's pre-created configuration of tracks, folders, etc. Step 2. Save as a new session. Click Save As. Give it your template name. I called it a test for this tutorial. Get it? A test. Give it a template name like mixing template, band recording and mixing template, rehearsal recording template, etc. to match your project. Select the same folder you just created when Cubase prompts you to select a folder. Click Save. Now check the Cubase audio pool. Click Media, open Pool window, or Control P in Windows. Make sure the audio folder is in the new folder you created. Your pool record folder is the media/audio folder in your project folder. Nightmare alert, if your pull record folder is not like the video, you did something wrong. Start over. Step number 3, customize the session. Now customize your session to suit all your different workflows, project types, needs, adding all your tracks, folders, effects, instruments, whatever. I usually add many MIDI tracks with virtual instruments, additional tracks of vocals and guitar. Then I add some group channels, lots of them. You see where I'm going with this. When you have the template configured, it's time to save it. For the sake of editing, I won't show the entire customization process, which would drag this video too long, but I share all the customization details in the next section for way number 2. Step 4. Save the session/project as a customized template. Click File, Save as Template. Now here you see the current presets display. In Content Summary, type in a short explanation. This will be the one-line description that appears below the template name. For template category, click in the value box. You can select one of the 4 template categories: production, recording, scoring, mastering. Your template will show under one of these categories, and this will save your template in the Cubase Project Templates folder. Links are available in the video description below. If you select None, it saves your template in the Custom Templates folder and shows up under the More category. I selected None so you can see how it looks in Project Assistant. Now type your new custom template name in the New Preset box. Click OK. Now when you go to File, New Project, there's your new template in the More section. Template name along with the description. Okay, close the Cubase session. Now, whenever you need to create a new session, the process is 2 steps and takes less than 2 minutes. Step 1, open your new template. Click File, New Project, or Control-N. Highlight the template and click Create. Cubase will prompt for your new folder. I created one already. This is my new song. So double-click the folder, then click Select Folder. Step 2, save as a new session. Click Save As. Type the new song or project title. This is my new song. And make sure it's saving the session in the correct folder you just created. Click Save. And again, open the pool and make sure the audio folder is in the new folder as we did before. So you see project folder shows that this is my new song folder, pool record folder, media/audio. Click Save. In less than 2 minutes, you have your new song session ready to go. Way number 2, creating your own template from scratch. Here's why this is better for me and could be for you. Individuality. I tried way 1 when I was still learning. Now, after developing my own style of creating and production, I prefer way number 2. Why is this important for creativity and individuality? Well, this process makes you think more creatively, focusing on what's really important to you, your unique specialties. It lets you bring out your own style. The work involved is the initial time into building your custom templates. I created 4 and spent 8 hours a night for 2 nights, 16 hours. Way 2 also starts with a simple 4-step process. Number 1, open the empty DAW preset. Number 2, save as a new session. Number 3, customize it. Have fun. And number 4, save as a new template. Done. Just like way 1, when you need to create a new session, the process is 2 steps and takes less than 2 minutes. 1, open your custom DAW template. 2, save as a new session. Done. Okay, so these are the 4 templates I start every new project from. Based around 2 categories: a song, song track, or an electronic dance track, loop. This loop and song templates only have minor differences in tracks, folders, and groups. Here's how I made them. Step 1, open an empty session template. File, New Project, or Control-N in Windows. Click on More, highlight the empty preset, and click Create. Select your new project folder or an existing one, double-click the folder, and then click Select Folder. A new empty session is created. Step 2, save as a new session. Click File, Save As. Name the session. I called it A-Test2 for this video. Of course, give it a template name to match your project like we did before. And click Save. Step 3, customize the session. As I mentioned earlier, I won't show the customization steps, which would make the video drag too long. But now, I'll open up one of my templates and share all the customizations I do, so you can copy it if you want. Then we'll jump to step 4. Okay, so here's what I do. I add folders for the following, and each folder contains multiple tracks, all color-coded, named as A, B, C, D, etc. A is for vocals, B is instruments, guitars or any organic instruments, C is for synths, virtual or hardware, D is for bass, instrument or virtual, D1 is for sub-bass, virtual or real instruments, E is for drums, F for loops, and G for samples. Then I have 3 mixer configurations. For Cubase's 3 mix console keyboard shortcuts, F3, F5, and F6 in Windows. Mix Console F3 is for audio, guitar, vocals, instruments. Mix Console 2 F5 is for virtual instruments, and Mix Console 3 F6 for groups, sub, and master outputs. To create your 3 custom Mix Console views, click on the F3 button on your keyboard. Click on the box with 3 layers, the Set Channel Type Filter button. Check mark the label names like the video. F3, Audio Channels. Now repeat steps for F5 Mix Console 2 and F6 Mix Console 3. F5 has instrument channels and output channels. F6 has group channels and output channels. Then I add several metering plugins on the master out. The Uline loudness meter, which I get for free, Voxengo Span, the free spectrum analyzer, and the Plugin Alliance BX meter, which I paid for. Links in the video description. At the top of the session layout, I use a marker and loops track and call it Arrangement and Loops, and a ruler track showing time in seconds right below that. For mixing and monitoring, I create one stereo pre-master channel for all the instruments, pre-M music. All the channels which aren't vocals are routed here. And one stereo pre-master channel for vocals, pre-M Vox. Only vocal channels are routed here. Both have their own BX meter insert. These 2 stereo pre-master channels go into the master output of your DAW. Here you can see the routing of these channels. What do you think would be the benefits of these customizations? Let me know in the comments. Step 4, save the session as a customized template. Click File, Save as Template. For content summary, I leave this blank since I have this info in the template name. For template category in the value box, I select None, so it saves in the Custom User Templates folder and shows up under the More category. Again, link in the video description. Type your new custom template name in the new preset box, click OK. Now, whenever you need to create a new session, the process is 2 steps and takes less than 2 minutes. Step 1. Open your custom DAW template preset. Click File, New Project. Open your custom template, highlight and click Create. Here I'm using the Cubase loop template with GA and battery. Cubase will prompt for your new folder. I created a new one like before. This is my new song. Double-click the folder, then click Select Folder. Step 2. Save as a new session. Click Save As. Write the title. This is my new song, and make sure it's saving the session in the correct folder you just created. Click Save. Like before, open the pool and make sure the audio folder points to the new folder. In less than 2 minutes, you have your new song session ready to go. Now you see how my templates are very specific to me. How can you do this for yourself? Way number 3 is all about using templates to help manage and organize your studio workflow. For this way, I have a special guest. My old friend Brian Stroner, a post-sound mixing studio wizard with golden ears. We've had many chats about how much we both love templates and never work without them, how much they can help to save time and money and benefit everyone involved. Hey Brian, how's it going?
Dino, what's up, man? Glad to be back in the studio with you. And yeah, templates. We've been down the rabbit hole on this one a few times, so yeah, let's do this, man. What you got?
Great, so let's get into it. We'll cover 4 points. Number 1, Brian, how do you specifically use templates, including having your teams use them?
Yeah, so as you mentioned, I work in post-production, and in audio post, we have quite a few rules and regulations that we're required to follow for distribution. These rules come down to us from the production houses, and they're usually referred to as technical specification guidelines or producer guidelines or production Bibles. But we'll refer to these as producer guidelines. So these producer guidelines to seasoned veteran are very simple. Maybe someone newer to the industry, maybe a little green. They can be a little intimidating, but we like to go into these guidelines and kind of dissect some of the redundant material out of them that I just don't want any of my team members worrying about or spending time thinking about. So you ask yourself, well, what could that be? These are things simple like sample rates, frame rates, submix and international track assignments, peak level limitations. And we do this with a combination of session preference settings, plugin assignments, track routing, even things like putting markers in for session run times and commercial breaks. These requirements at face value, they seem really simple and easy, but that's just it. They're redundant. They have to repeat for every single show and every single project that we hand over. So we would like these items embedded into the foundation of our work template so none of our team members have to think about it once we start production.
That's a great workflow right there. And number 2, How can studio owners and managers use templates to help manage projects with multiple engineers, mixers, producers, and contributors?
Yeah, so current day, we're mostly working remotely. So a good template is really the foundation to keep everyone up to date and in sync with both technical and creative decisions made by the executive team. Outside of the technical requirements, we like to provide specific timing markers like advertising breaks or even total run times. And even as far as adding stylized plugin assignments like reverbs and delays. If a production, let's say, has a repeating design element, we'll provide a sound effects track that has those sound effects to cover, say, a show open or graphic card. Again, these are elements that when you're working on a series, they become very redundant. And like we had mentioned earlier, eliminating a lot of redundancy, whether it's technical or creative, will ultimately save time, cut costs, and keep the production on track.
And remember, you can keep saving these newly modified templates for future use. Number 3, how important is it to have a vast array of templates available based on client and project needs?
The foundation of our templates really gets structured around the production guidelines. Once these guidelines are in place, we can get more creative and add things for the artists and the editors. But ultimately, each template that we have is formulated around these guidelines, which tie back to the production house and the producers. So yeah, we have multiple templates that are categorized for each production house and subcategorized even down to the producers. It's important that we have these templates established and streamlined before a project even starts.
Amazing. So now we're saving tons of time and cost. And finally, number 4, why is it important to make sure custom templates are ready for future incoming projects before they start?
Dino, it's so important. Looking over here at my stack of production guidelines, I must have 15 or 20 of them from all different production facilities. It's not like they're all vastly different, but they're different enough that you really got to know them inside and out for each and every production that you're working on. So it's super important. And the amount of time that we consume building these templates, the last thing I want to do is get an emergency call from somebody that it's got a project premiering, say, in a week or worse, 24 hours. We have at our disposal several past templates that we've built and conformed. And if we get the new guidelines, we could easily repurpose an old template in a matter of minutes versus spending hours creating one from scratch.
Again, saving a lot of time and cost on all sides. Everyone benefits. Thanks, Brian, for the valuable advice.
Yeah, Dino, thanks for having me, man. I appreciate this. Congratulations on your new series, and I'd love to come back and do this sometime. All right, man. Take care.
For the full transcript of our Q&A, download the free PDF linked in the video description below. To recap, we have 3 great ways to use templates to turbocharge your creativity and productivity. Number 1, customize your DAW's existing templates. Number 2, create custom templates from scratch. And number 3, use custom templates to help manage your studio workflow as a studio owner or manager. The big takeaway here, how not to kill your creative spark and waste endless hours configuring sessions by using DAW templates. Thank you for watching. I hope this helps you immensely. Please hit that SLC, subscribe, like, and comment. I would love to hear from those who work with templates. What were the benefits? And if you haven't, what should you do next? Think of 2 songs. Create 2 templates, one from existing, one from scratch, and use them for 2 projects, start to finish. Leave a comment and let us know how it went. If you liked the video and it helped you, please subscribe and click the notification bell to keep updated on future videos. And don't forget to download the free PDF tutorial linked in the video description below. Have an awesome creative day.